Venite a Udine, vi divertirete. Paris Film Festival dal 25 aprile al 3 maggio. 一定有好的生活。
In the movie Golden Chickens, we tried to explain why people call prostitute is chicken. So in the first beginning, the 4 scenes, we tried to explain that why, because you know you're looking for food and then you're eating a chicken, and then and then a cave is it 野人叫咩 cave yeah yeah cave yeah a caveman and you know this although it's a funny part but it's a joke, but I try to explain why people call prostitute is chicken. So this is why we call golden chicken, okay? And the story, of course, is it's really Hong Kongness. It's about Hong Kong. Of course, this is not a documentary story. It's not about, I want to talk about Hong Kong history. But you use the prostitute perspective to see, and we'll meet so many different standard, different layer of people, because it's more interesting as her job. She would meet so many different kinds of people in Hong Kong, in the whole wide world. So in the beginning, we try to make a really funny story, and using the prostitute angle to tell the story. And Golden Chicken 3 is what we want to tell is, now the world changed a lot, and you have to you have to serve a different kinds of people, and how you earn money, and the economy is not that good, and you try to be okay. There's a line we always say in the movie is, why so serious? The world changed, and especially we are Hong Kong, we are from Hong Kong. We talk about more about our Hong Kong, what we struggle for, or we try to, every city, every country has their own problems. So I'm going to actually, basically, we are trying to make a funny movie. Don't be so serious, okay? If you can see another perspective, fine. But on our side, try to make a happy movie. Because to this part 3, Golden Chickens, is I am the producer. So I want to be, so this is the whole point. I want to be more entertaining than the first part 1, part 2.
I'm reading the script of the first one and second one of the Golden Chicken, and the producer and the actress is the same as the Sandra. And she asked me would you like to write for the third one? I said, no, I don't want to be a writer anymore. Okay, you don't want to be a writer, so I'll let you be the director of the film. But you should write for me. You write the script for me, and then you direct for the film. I say, yes, okay.
I said, I always tell myself, okay, I try something new. I want to try to produce a film that I have my decision. No matter comes out is good or not, I try to have to move on, because I have been an actress for a long time. So I really try another. Yeah. So this time I have to. I have to grow up. No, but actually nobody forcing me to be a producer. But I just want to try something new. But I learn more this time. I learn a lot this time. So I think it's a really, really great experience for me. She's always optimistic. She's always energetic. She's always good heart.
She is happy. She is positive to do everything, to face every problems. We are facing a very where we're changing to the other stage, other period. But we don't have many method of a way to face it. But Cam she have a lot of a way to face all the problems. But she only have one method is happy, positive. Positive is the most important thing to face the bad thing.
She's really know how to change. Everything is changing. The world's changing. Everything is changing. She know how to adapt on it. She always move on. She always know what she want to do. But she's a really warm person, I think. When last night when I was watching with the audience, I just look at their face and of course, there's some lines and some scenes is really local, but I try to look at their faces and they show is, even they don't really understand, but they still really happy. The happiness shows on their face.
I'm so happy about that because I think some of the audience still study about the Hong Kong history of the culture, but I think Golden Chickens, the positive is a universal language. You know, the positive in every place of the world, they understand what we're talking about. So it's easier to make the other countries, the audience to understand. I just make it for Hong Kong as the first. It's next time I know that I can come to the Udine, I will make more universal language to make the other audience to understand. But this time, first of all, I'm made for Hong Kong audience. So I'm so glad the Italian audience still understand a part of my movie. Thank you very much. There's a nightclub in Hong Kong called B-Boss, a very famous nightclub in Hong Kong, more than 20 years history. But it closed down last year something. When I saw the close, I cried because when I grew up, I want to earn money and go to this nightclub to play. But nowadays, what is the Hong Kong people they work for? They don't have a dream. They don't have the place to be happy. Don't have the place to play. In Hong Kong, we are boring. We have nothing compared with the old golden days. The old golden days, we have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of dream. Now we are loving. We just face the problems, face how we can still alive in Hong Kong. To living in a place like this, everything changed, and many mainland China people come to the Hong Kong. And what is the Hong Kong people idea? We lost everything. We lost the idea. So I think when you saw the B-Boss like up close, you feel about, yes, everything changed. You shouldn't think about the golden days. Just move on and have a good future. But how is the good future? You need to fight for that. I can't tell you now, but you need to fight for that. Maybe someday the 10 years passed, the 20 years passed, we put a lot of effort to make our future now. But maybe the 10 years, 20 years later, you can say something like that. But nowadays in Hong Kong, we do nothing for that. We do nothing for that. We just thinking, should I leave? Or if I don't leave, what can I do here? Oh, I'm so confused. Nothing I can do. So I walk on the street and yelling, the government sucks, and something like that. But that's not a good way to improve the thing, to fix up the thing. You cannot, because this is the fate. This is the fate we're facing about. We need time. We need time to make the people to understand what we are doing and how to pass for it.
It depends. I mean, it depends what you really want to make the subjects, the theme, and you really have passions. You have passion with it. Don't, because of course everybody wants the box office more and good, but I think in the bottom of your heart, you try to ask yourself what you want to make, because I think movie is really, I mean, movie is free, and movie is more artistic. You can express whatever you want, but you have to be honest to yourself. Don't, I mean, I always ask myself these questions. Be honest to yourself. If you have so much passion, so many, I mean, the passions are, I mean, you got a lot of passions about doing this subject, go ahead. Then it won't be, I think it's, at the end, it won't be too bad. Or maybe it's not a big success. But at the end, I think it's still, you will be, I mean, you will be doing something that you think you are so honest. And yeah, because Hong Kong is really free for this, free and in the censorship system. So just be honest to yourself and create whatever you want to do. Don't always hold back by any, I mean, any limit.